Well, we'd like to congratulate Fairleigh Dickinson and David for an incredible season they had. I know winning their tournament was meaningful, and for them to come and play in our arena was great to have them here. And you know, it's hard getting to the tournament, so we have a lot of respect for what they did, and they should be really proud of themselves and the job that they did. I want to thank our fans. Incredible turnout tonight in the first round of the NCAAs, and you know, cheering our team on. And I thought it gave us a really good rhythm early on, and we played pretty clean. And you know, our first contacts were good. We were really effective from the service line, and you know, we were hitting good serves, but we were also hitting the exact zones that we were calling, which is one of the keys. And I just thought, you know, all in all, our game was good, from the service receive to our side-out game, and our transition game was really efficient, and pleased with what we did. But tomorrow, obviously, we know we got a big match, and the dial's going to be turned up a little bit.
Thanks, Coach. Questions for Kayleigh and Madison? Go ahead, Danny.
Matt, how big was opening the tournament this way, starting the tournament off?
It's huge. We wanted to set the standard kind of for how we wanted to compete the whole time, and I think we did a good job of coming out super strong and keeping that consistency the whole way through. And so that's something we talked about, is just can we keep our foot on the gas and really emphasize in these moments and take advantage of the opportunity that we have, and I feel like we did a really good job at that.
Go ahead, Cedric.
Yeah, I would say our whole team, we're very competitive as a whole, and so even those on the bench and those during practices, our practices are very intense, and I think everyone on the table can agree to that. But I think we all just have this one goal, and it's to help each other improve and help each other get better. And so I think in practices, we really get at it, and so just keeping that competitive level just to help us, that's definitely helped us in the tournament.
Danny.
Madison and Taylor, what was working for you on that first set? 25-6 is a pretty lopsided score. What was working for the team?
I'll say service pressure. I feel like we put it on them, and like Jarrett said, we were hitting our zones, and we were really aggressive in that aspect, and they were out of system a lot, and that got us in good positions to transition and get some good touches. But yeah, but I would say our service pressure was definitely key in us hitting our zones.
Oh, yeah. Well, I definitely agree with what Maddie said. This whole week we've been working on serving and hitting our zones, and so that's been really good for us. And to see it in the first set and even throughout the game, that's been big for us and feels good, too, working through it this week.
Cedric, go ahead.
I think we're really comfortable. It's a compliment, honestly, and I feel like we've prepared for this moment, and we compete every single day in practice, and we have a target on our back in practice. I mean, we'll call certain zones, and you're getting hit 5 out of 6 balls, and so we have that pressure in practice, and that translates really well into games. So I think we're used to it, and we're excited about it.
Danny.
Jared, I'm sure you enjoyed Kayleigh's 9 aces tonight a lot more than the last time she had 7 aces. What was working for her, and how good is she been serving?
Well, I told my staff, I says, we need to make sure she gets 8, so in the record books her best game, it doesn't say Texas against her. So, yeah, she had a really good night serving. You know, she's been, the last few days, her serve has been really good. I even commented on her today, just saying, hey, like, that's the NCAA tournament serve that I know that you bring to the table every single day. So she's been working on it. It's been something that's a focus, and she did a great job executing. And a lot of that has to do with confidence, and she's confident in what she's doing.
Do we have anything else for the players before we let them go? All good?
Thanks, guys.
Madison, Kayleigh, thank you. Questions for Coach Elliott?
Jared, Coach Bill Walsh always said perfect practice makes perfect. I asked the girls how intense are your practices, because you know there's a lot of work you find that comes out how you.
Well, the practices are intense because of the quality of women we have. This has been the most consistent practicing we've had probably since I've been here at Texas. The level of play every single day, the spirit they play for themselves, but also for the players next to them is incredible. And you know, we mix up the teams a lot to create the most competitive atmosphere we can. But you know, in order to get good, you got to put in the hard work, and they're doing that every single day. And what that does is it builds trust, it builds confidence, and you know, it builds on the team camaraderie on that. So it's been really good.
In the back, Cliff?
Jared, kind of going off what said you guys and players a minute ago, just this team's mentality with their comfortable being, the not too big number one overall seed. Obviously, it seems like we saw that tonight. Is that something that all these players brought with them as soon as they got to campus, or is that a mentality that they kind of have?
Well, I think they needed to learn, who they were as a team and what they wanted to do. They obviously all came because they had a vision that we could put this team together and do something special. So from that, I think from day one, they've been out to prove something. And what we talked about is, the number one seed is by the committee and by the media, and all that stuff goes out. But the reality is the team that's in front of you is the one that's the target. And we've got to go out and, go get what we want and take care of that. So, we're trying to view it a little bit differently. I think this group has that mentality. I think they have it, but they want to go out and do something. And when they have that spirit and that energy to do that, it's not something the coach can control. That's driven from within. That's driven from the practices that we just talked about, and it's driven from the trust that they have for one another. But, as I said earlier, the heat's about to turn up a lot. We've got a lot of respect for Georgia. We know what they can do. They've been in some absolute battles, and this is a one-and-done tournament, so you've got to show up every single night and execute at a high level. And tonight we did that. We started out at 100% in game one. I think we only had 14 errors in 3 games, which has managed our game at a pretty high level. And we put pressure on them in every aspect of the game.
A couple more for Coach.
What do you know about Georgia? Are you just going to be cramming all night?
Well, I've already watched a lot of film on them. We will watch a lot more tomorrow when I wake up and get more specific of what we're doing. But, they're a really good serving team. I think Fisher is a dynamic and elite middle blocker and one of the better ones in the country. And the speed of their offense can cause a lot of stress. And so, we've got to be able to serve well, get them off the net, slow the game down a little bit, and get good hands in front of them and make good block touches and then be able to put some pressure there.
How good was it, I guess, for the team to get some of the non-starters some minutes and some time?
Well, I think it's important. I mean, we've been a deep team. We've relied on different players. I think Kayla's our starter right now, but Bella's been playing some of the best volleyball that she has, and we're going to need her in the tournament. Same thing with Melanie. At some point, we're going to need her to get in there, and Devin is an elite blocker and starting to play the game at a high level, and it's been great. So, we know that at some point we might need to go deeper on the bench. So we want to get them at least some of those nerves out, comfortable, and most importantly, I wanted to show that I had confidence in them.
Thank you, Coach. Appreciate the time.
Okay, thank you.